Imagine a culture, if you will, that assigned eye color at birth. Now, blue eyes is caused by a very specific mutation on the OCA2 gene. This mutation leads to a decreased production of melanin, which affects the pigmentation of the eyes, right? So now, of course, we can now assign someone to be either a blue eye or a brown eye. If they have the OCA mutation, they're a blue eye. If they don't have the OCA mutation, they're a brown eye. And what of green eyes? What of hazel eyes? If they have the mutation, they go here. If they don't have the mutation, they go here. And they can be assigned the correct category as nature intended. Now tell me, how is biological sex and gender assignment any fucking different? I mean, that's a lot, but I mean, we don't, assign people based on genetic testing. We assign people based on, phenotype. Like, every culture on Earth has gender, right? We wouldn't have gender if we didn't fucking like it, And fucking the anthropologist inside me is saying that, cultures evolve gender because division of labor is beneficial. Yeah. Beneficial for who, though, right? Who does it fucking benefit? When half the fucking population gets paid less. Half gets sent to fucking die in battle. Imagine if I fucking told you that a molecule, right, the levels of this molecule that you're born with affected how people looked at you. Whether you felt safe going outside, whether people felt safe around you, right? Whether you were the victim or whether you're a criminal, right? Now, am I talking about, testosterone and androgens, or am I talking about fucking melanin? Right? You tell me, Melly. I mean, yeah, but not every fucking, culture has, inequality, sex-based inequality like that. I feel like you're overgeneralizing. Not every culture has just two genders, it's fucking floating signifiers, right? Just like race, people's values change over time, and you can't just be like, I want to fucking abolish gender to end sexism. Yeah, well, you can't have equality as long as there's segregation, can you? Millie, we're not suggesting that gender be abolished. We're simply suggesting that the science be listened to, right? Let me give you a basic biology lesson. The SRY gene, usually located on the Y chromosome, is a trigger for the activation of SOX9 on chromosome 17, which causes the release of anti-Müllerian hormone, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, which causes differentiation of the ovotestis system. Now, the SRY gene also is a trigger, notice I'm saying trigger, not a determinant, of the androgen surge, which causes the development of... You see, when a clitoris is exposed to testosterone, it grows larger and merges with the urethra. It's very graphic, and I don't really... Now, the important thing to remember is this androgen surge is not a binary on-off switch. Every individual receives various levels of the androgen. Every individual has various receptor sensitivity to androgens, and every individual can potentially have different transcription factors. It's a spectrum. There are many different variations that can occur, right? Outside of the usual sex spectrum, there are, of course, mutations that can occur, such as Swyer syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, complete androgen insensitivity. It's clearly not a fucking binary. And anyone who understands biology would tell you so. Right? You can measure the frequency of light, but you cannot scientifically prove that a rainbow has 7 colors. Yeah, well, I mean, what's wrong if, different cultures have different colors? I mean, I'm not a fucking spectrum, okay? I'm female, I'm biologically female, I'm socially female, and yeah, well, I'm only partly female, okay? Mostly female. Yeah, because you're a tomboy. Oh, real fucking nice, Melly. Try and force your fucking binary down my throat. What's next? You gonna force an armband on me too? I mean, that's a bit far. These petty squabbles are juvenile, because we are not biological apes, right? We simply run on biological ape hardware. Now, I will not be reduced to my cells nor my tissues. I will not be forced into your primitive social categories. Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of already are, aren't you? Because you're a full-fledged lady, whether you like it or not. Oh, yes, true, Millie, darling. I'm a full-fledged lady when it suits me. I feel like this is a bit, harsh. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter how you identify, does it? Because this is your assignment, whether you like it or not. This is how the world will assign you, no matter what you fucking say. Yeah, okay. I mean, I like the trans flag.